Hey Patrick, how's it going? I decided to do one final stream because I was reading the the messages for my video, and I thought that was super duper sweet of everyone. So I wanted to do one final stream and ask any questions anyone might have. So the interesting thing I found out is I was looking at the the top the top of the charts for let me try to pull this up here. For the Google Play Store. And I was trying to get an idea of Star Trek Fleet Command, of what is their mentality, what is going on. And I think I know what is going on. So let me go back over here. The top grossing. Let's see. You're not gonna let me do this, are you? I was looking for Star Trek Fleet Command in this list, and I went down to the 200s for top grossing, and I am not seeing it. Interestingly enough, the game I am going back to, Marvel Contest of Champions, is 33 for top grossing. And if you take a look at their offers are like $5, daily $5 offer. Some units are $5. They have this ridiculous package today, which I really need, but I don't know if I want to spend it. It's $69.99. But when you look at those offers in comparison, it tells you the reason why they are called microtransactions in mobile gaming, and why it's a proven formula for mobile game developers. It's because people don't notice spending $5 here, $5 there. What people do notice is spending $100. And while I was looking at that, and I was looking for the game, all these games that are in the top 200, their offers are like $5, $10. That's it. But they make so much money on those offers because they are so incredibly small. I mean, look at Star Trek Timelines is sitting at 184, and Star Trek Fleet Command can't even break into the top 200. And so that was going to be a point of discussion: is how long is this game going to be around, or how much of an investment are the developers making into this game? And no, there there's nothing micro about those microtransactions. Kirk, it is. I'm quitting the game, and I am going back to Marvel Contest of Champions, and I'm going to turn the channel into talking about and testing and playing a lot of different mobile games that are on the market right now. One game I have been trying out is Durango. It's about a post apocalyptic world where dinosaurs have come back, and basically everything has been destroyed, and you're back to living in huts and collecting and scavenging, and you got to hunt dinosaurs for food. It was decent. It was decent. I have to say, it was very much Farmville in the same way that Star Trek Fleet Command is, whereas Marvel Contest of Champions is very much a button smasher game. So I thought that was quite interesting. But no, I want to start talking about gaming news. There is an article that, if I can find it, I would love to go over it with everyone. It is Scopely's situation with a game they had a couple of years ago, and they may still have this game. It's The Walking Dead, and the similarities between what happened in The Walking Dead and Star Trek Fleet Command are identical. So it's quite interesting to take a look at that article. Is it just called SAO, Patrick? So Patrick says, do the SAO mobile game. Let's see. Looks like there's a lot of different things called SAO. Is there anything else to it? Sword Art Online. Okay, I see it here. Memory defrag. Wow, it's got a 4.8. Let's see. What happened? Where did my blue sex go? Oh, it's taking a while. It's taking a while to load through blue sex. It's so incredibly slow. I don't know what is going on. Back out of there. Oh, of course it showed up on your side. There we go. Let's go back to that. Almost looks like a final. So yeah, oh, that game looks okay. Um, but let's go back to Star Trek Fleet Command. Okay. And I gotta minimize that. Kirk. Kirk, I've been doing so many missions that I got so much part steal. It was so ridiculous. I'm trying to figure out what to do with it, but I have not the faintest idea what to do with it. Um, and so Kirk says, "Well, you saved me $200 in my faction ship by telling me to save my faction credits. Really appreciate the work you put into Star Trek Fleet Command." Yeah, definitely. That is definitely what I want to do on my channel. Is no matter what game you're playing, if you say, "Hey, can you?" and I'm going to be updating my name as well. If you can, check out this game, let me know what you think, or can you give me an opinion on this game? I definitely want to kind of play with different games, different platforms, even if it's not mobile. I am going to be getting the launch of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 for the Switch, and hopefully streaming that as well. I'm super excited for that game. Pokemon Go outranks it. That's been out since 2016. It's very true. Has anyone played the new Harry Potter game? I'm curious. My partner's been playing it, and I have friends that have been playing it, and I haven't picked it up yet. And every time I look at the game, I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon is. It's definitely. I mean, it's such a huge franchise, and I got. Let's go. Let's go. Pikachu. No. Yeah, let's go Eevee. For my Switch, and it was such an amazing remake of the original Pokemon Yellow game for the Game Boy. I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do. And by the way, I highly recommend getting a Switch. I was so against it in the beginning, but the Nintendo Switch has really changed my outlook on Nintendo a lot. They are bringing in some really interesting developers, more so than they ever have done in the past. Let's see. It's true. Patrick says Niantic makes games revolved around in real life, so you have to walk. And that's the Harry Potter game is developed by Niantic, and I think that that game engine is fun, and I think they've worked really hard on perfecting it, and have done an amazing job at that game engine. Um, More than likely, another developer actually made that game engine other than Niantic, but and as Elle says, Harry Potter looks crazy popular this month. Checked on App Annie, but I haven't played it yet. Is Harry Potter like that too, Patrick? Yeah, that's it's basically like that. Like when I was looking at my partner playing it, he was like casting spells at strange objects and turning things back from some other form. Like people were being turned back from plants. And it was crazy. Kirk, I heard do not get the Braille. It is a horrible explorer. So Kirk says I need an explorer class ship. All my missions are killing interceptors. I have a D3 and a Bortus. Be a minute until the Braille. I have a friend who just got the D4 and swears that the Braille is the biggest piece of crap there is. Then I don't think I've heard of Ingress. Is that another Niantic game? I'm just researching one thing right now. Get a lot faster on my. So I was just looking up news for Scopely, and Scopely reaches 1 billion in lifetime revenue. This was just posted a day ago. Another article says how Scopely hit a 400 million run rate with mobile games like Star Trek Fleet Command. I gotta read one article here. This might be interesting. Honestly, um, Kirk, how what kind of factions are you? Yeah, my Saladin. I love the Saladin, by the way. Biggest biggest bonus to it is is you have two weapon slot instead of three. So you're only Klingon. Okay. Because then your option will be the hijack ships. The hijack Mayflower, I would strongly suggest. But then again, I think the Mayflower and the Centurion suffer from the same issue. They need a really high tier, kind of like SL was saying. I like the Centurion. The problem is it cracks like an egg, but it gets much better at higher tiers, like SL was saying. That's the hardest thing to do. So Patrick says go farm for Centurion blueprints. Um, it takes so many NPCs, like ridiculous amount. What was it, like 30,000? You did? What I like about the Mayflower is I like the shields in the hull. The shields in the hull reflecting, it reflects an Explorer class ship. Yeah, Patrick, you definitely need to invest. You're going to need to invest in either ship. So you may be better off going with the Centurion. Just know when you first get it, it is going to need like tier 6 to get some points on the hull and those shields. I'm trying to find this article and it's not popping out. I know where it is. I gotta go search my YouTube channel. I know I posted it before. Let's see. Dang it. Pardon me while I look for this article. It was really good. That's why I'm trying to find it. Man, I'm gonna have to dig it up and do a video on it. Can't find it. I know I emailed the author of it too. Yeah, Wade had a good point. Lock your faction at 10 million, it doesn't go down. Let's see. Kirk. He says, free to play, what's that? All the explorers are soft and lower tiers, it seems. Yeah, it's very true. I gotta say, those packages that they were selling in the last event, if that's what you wanted, it was a pretty good deal. That's so crazy. Wade says they have one player with everything maxed, just waiting for the 4-star ships. And apparently they're on their way. Sal says, I paid $100, I think, for my North Star. Now they're 20. It's very true. If you want it first, you definitely have to pay a lot. Has anyone seen what the Coronar looks like? Is that a Klingon ship? Kirk says I got my D3 for $300 and the Bortus for $100. Yeah, our largest player is only 37. I can't imagine level 39. Thanks to Morgan, I appreciate that. I definitely won't. I'm gonna stay in some of our secret chat rooms. So how many people here play Star Trek Fleet Command because they like Star Trek, or was it just another game? I'm really curious about that. Like, I'm a huge Star Trek fan. That's why I picked up the game. Yeah, Patrick. I burned through it all, and I was like, I'm not buying anymore. And when you have a 6-hour repair time on your Saladin. SL says, how many of us play it because it feels like a casino? Alright, the reason I ask how many people play it because of Star Trek is because I looked up the Coronar. I looked up the Coronar class of ship and the Coronar ship name. It's a Cardassian vessel. That's why I was really curious. There's a similar name to a Klingon vessel. Yeah, I definitely signed up for it before it came out. I'm definitely hoping that they are going to be coming out with another Star Trek mobile game. Something definitely different than this one. I want I want more graphics. I want to be able to do more with the ship. It's just for 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 the time invested and the money invested. I expect more. Hey Anthony, what's going on? After you guys left such nice messages on that video, I had to do one last stream on Star Trek Fleet Command. That's true. It's not made by Scopely. It's purchased by Scopely. That's very true. Patrick says, and Star Trek Online has you covered. But here's the thing about Star Trek Online. So I love Star Trek Online. I think the writing is amazing. I think the amount of ships it has and the ship design is awesome. It is they are trying to push out more content to a game that should have been retired and rebuilt. Thanks, Anthony. I appreciate that. And Wade, you too. But yeah, that is definitely my argument with Star Trek Online. I think we need something new. I think it's definitely served its purpose when it first came out. It was horrible, but ever since they've gotten over a couple of hurdles in the beginning, it's definitely turned into an amazing game. But I think it's time for something new. No, Patrick. Patrick says, ever play Team Fortress 2? I haven't. What's the gameplay like? The last couple of games that I played was The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Amazing game. That environment, there's everything is interactive in that environment, and it's fully immersive. Um, they did such a great job in that game. I play a lot of the Lego games, and I was watching some YouTubers, and a lot of people kind of laugh at the Lego games, but what the Lego games do really well is they show a lot of characters and their movements and their abilities the way they should be in video games. I'm curious, Patrick, did they have to change their format at all? Because when I was about a year into Marvel Contest of Champions, they had to completely change the entire format of the game in order to continue to create product for it. What do you think I'm going to do right now? Oh yeah, Patrick. Yeah, I think that would be fun. Um, but I remember the last time I played it, I got so. I got to remember to turn on the R-rated the R rating on my stream because I really want to curse. But I got so upset at that game. I threw it and I was like, screw this. It was just basically you had to keep moving your switch to get like this marble in this like socket and it would not happen. I got so frustrated. I think I'm definitely gonna do some Switch gaming or some Switch, not Switch, some YouTube live streams with the Switch. Hey Wilson, how's it going? Hey Wilson, how's diplomacy going? So for those of you who don't know, I've kind of blown up our diplomacy and I'm just killing the everyone in the top alliance on our server because they they deserve it. Anthony, I would love to do Resident Evil. I'm horrible at anything that is first person, even third person. I suck at. But I mean, I think might be kind of entertaining to do it and get really upset with it, as long as I don't throw my Switch. Aggressive negotiations. That's very true. Yeah, Anthony, that's what I'm going to do with Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I am so incredibly excited. Like, you guys will definitely hear my excitement. It's coming out July 19th to the Switch. And I don't believe the X-Men are going to be available until fall, which will be kind of crappy. I'm a huge X-Men fan, huge Marvel fan, as well as Star Trek. But I'm definitely going to play that. That is going to be story based and see how that rolls out. I have played the first two, but they were designed years ago, so I'm really happy about this game. And Patrick, one thing I've noticed with first and third person is my VR and my Switch help out so much targeting. So much easier to target. Oh, Wilson, you don't have to worry. I'm not targeting anyone in UFS or anyone that's not zero or defending them. But until they can stop being bullies to everyone else in the galaxy, I'm going to log into Star Trek Fleet Command. I'm going to blow up everyone with a zero tag. Which I believe I expressed in global chat. It's a fun game. I'm just playing it a little bit differently right now. Zero hero. It's very true. I definitely I definitely have a bone to pick with them. But I guess, has anyone played like WoW or a lot of massive MMOs? Because it sounds like this is like this kind of like toxicity is the norm in all games when players are against players. Well, they're number one. Bullseye. I've been hitting Scorpion like so many times today. He's been getting super pissed. Oops, I shouldn't say that. And Anthony says, "Nah, bro, you have no idea how bad it can be," and that's so crazy because everyone on my server, not everyone, but the crazy people on my server are super crazy. Like Vilson, who's in here right now, he is so incredibly level-headed, really good person. Really, really appreciate him being in the game. Especially, he can usually whip a lot of people around. Oh, hey there. Oh, he must have joined his own alliance. Oh, how cute. So this guy is a zero player trying to masquerade in another alliance. It's super adorable. And his Saladin is super cute with a Chen crew. And we go home. Well, let's put up a little hour shield there. I'm going to give those people a reason to cry. Yeah, just to kind of show you the zero, as you guys can see. Let's see, they're number one in power, number one in resources rated, and number one in power destroyed. Yeah, they're 3.2 billion in resources are rated. Like, just so you guys, if you ever merge and hear of this alliance, bomb the crap out of them. They most manipulative group I've ever played with. Wilson, here's the thing. I'm gonna clear nodes. It's a mining event. People are gonna hop on nodes. Zero is gonna try to paint it that I'm working and I'm in cahoots with you guys. That's what they do. They're trying to justify their actions. They're trying to make sure that node stays cleared so they can get back on it. And that's literally the game that they're gonna play with you if you're gonna play that game with them. Those dirty kills, they felt so good because there's some of the most popular players that I like to mess with. Actually, they were all the top players I like to mess with. Anthony, I heard about packs. I heard they're just horrible. Like they just go around and blow everything up and raid everything. Well, and it might be a little bit better on my server because Zero is trying to quote unquote come to like terms of like healthy mining. And Wilson, who's in this chat right now, he's managing the level 40 mining, or the warp 40 mining, and I'm making his his situation a nightmare because now people aren't safe there. Because I can get to warp 40 and I will blow up people who have those tags. Let's see. Did you send me a friend request? Let's see. Wilson, I just sent it to you. I just sent it to you. Alright. That was weird. Try it again. So yeah, so basically I'm going to log on to Star Trek Fleet Command just to blow up those players. That's it. Perfect. And what's really interesting about this is it introduces an element that they have not encountered probably in a while. They cannot figure out a way to control me. Wilson, no can do. I gotta go blow up those zero miners. As a matter of fact, I won't do it right now because you're on the live stream, but I gotta see who's up there right now. Let's see. Who needs to be blown up? I know the answer to that. Zero does. Well, there's Dabo. Let's see. Oh, there's Jarlaxle. Oh, and he definitely deserves to get blown up. Oh my god. Wilson's like, no! Yes. This guy right here totally just deserves to get blown up over and over again all the time. And I actually think I can take him with my my legionary. But Wilson, you can relax. I won't do that right now. I'll do it when you are not watching. It shouldn't give you too much of a headache though, because I'm not like attacking everyone. Just jerks. Call it Karma's Reckoning. Oh, and he deserves to get blown up too. Definitely. Patrick, you know it. Burn everything. giveaway nodes. Hey Sean, what's going on? Sean joined my alliance at Marvel Contest of Champions, and it has been fun. It's been fun being on the same team with him. He's definitely chucking along. So yeah, if anyone here wants to join me on Marvel Contest of Champions, definitely check it out. And if you're interested, shoot me a message, and I would definitely get you added and help you with the game. Wilson, just tell them that if they didn't simply deserve this karma, it wouldn't be happening to them right now. I just encourage karma to come along. Sean Darkhawk is amazing. Oh, Patrick, you want to see these PMs? Best part of my day. Best freaking part. Let's see. Well, where's the good ones? Where's the good ones? Oh, here we go. Here we go. So Scorpion was in my alliance, and I'm not going to repeat what he said to another player, but it was really bad. And so I said, hey, make sure you're more civil than that, and I need you to apologize to that player. And he was like, no, no, no. So I kicked him out. He went to one alliance and ended up in ZRO. And then and I may have gotten a little verbal, and so we're just saying things back and forth, and I'm just being really kind to him at this time, and returning his compliment he gave me here, and this is true. All of Zero's gonna fry. There were a select few who spoke up internally in their alliance against the hypocrisy that they were doing, and those people I won't target. It's not that many. It's like 3 people out of 4 alliances, and and I'm just having fun with him. And I just like to return compliments to people. So there's that one, and then let's see. Oh, Din Zero. He says, I used to look up to you, man. Love your channel. So heartbroken. And I just said K. And I'm trying my hardest to help them learn what is going on. How the mighty have fallen. Oh, let's see. So this is like prime target number 1. So I got temporary banned because my friend, I was like, hey, it's like, you know how to mimic tags, right? And names. He goes, yeah. So it worked. And I didn't violate anything in the game. I just copied what he sent me. Had no idea it was a violation of the terms of service. Otherwise, I don't really mess with terms of service. I always like to act within the terms of service, and then I come to find out it was like a bannable action. But it was hilarious. My name was Zero Chief, and his name was Zero Chief, and we were both level 30. And so when I was DKing his teammates, he got all these messages. Like, he was DKing them. It was awesome. It was so awesome. And it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. And I'm just playing dumb. And this goes back to a situation that happened before. They had a teammate, Space Jesus, who left just to DK us and antagonize our crew member T-Cat. And this was the words from the screenshot of their internal chat that I got. DK T-Cat in the 40s would be hilarious, were your words to Space Jesus. And so now, until you own up to it, I'll DK you in the 40s. Because I think that is hilarious. Because I was mimicking what he was saying. And then he goes, not chords. So he was trying to justify this whole situation that he didn't give away coordinates. And I said, well, I'll apologize to you until you apologize, or I'll be DKing you until you apologize to TK for that cute little conversation. You do know you're the walking definition of a hypocrite, right? And that is when he just starts to get really upset with me for some reason. And then he calls me a pedophile. And then he goes into global chat and starts calling me a pedophile. And I don't know where he's getting this from. I really don't understand this connection he's trying to make. And so so he said all these things, and until he apologizes to my old teammate, and I'm also going to add in there now, because he's making it so difficult, that he apologizes and owns up to Zero's hypocrisy in global chat. I will go into the game every day, and I will DK all their miners, especially during mining events. Patrick, says, oh, we had an alliance that took all the major alliance names, did something similar, then started killing all miners. That was the other thing I was thinking about. I was like, oh my god, I shouldn't have hit his team. I should have hit all their allies. That would have been hilarious. But basically what's going on is I told their allies and everyone else is, as long as you don't interfere with me DKing Zero, I won't touch you guys. I won't DK any of your miners. You are safe. I won't mess with you. I said, but if one ship attacks me, I will target your entire tag. Which, if it could be something as simple as just clearing out systems, that would be so much more convenient. I wouldn't have to be tag specific, but no one else really deserves that. So I am not the kind of person that will go out and just DK everyone for no reason. I have a very specific reason for attacking this alliance. And so that's going to be my fun. Let's see. What about Nicosa? Well, there's Mongo. And there's Wilson. And let's see. Tyron is my buddy. He's a real good person. I won't attack him. But yeah, I actually heard like one of the servers, they got into a massive war because somebody somebody changed their name and then somebody jumped in and took that name, and they wouldn't give it back, so they started a war over it. More power to them. Let's see. And the crazy thing is I have gotten so many thank yous from so many different alliances for doing this. It's hilarious. But I mean, that's really what the game boils down to. These missions are just non-doable. Yeah, Sean, I joined SIS because in that alliance I can do whatever I want. I can DK0 all day long, and I don't care. That's why I left my alliance. 150 million parts seal. That's why I left my alliance mainly, is so that they wouldn't be dragged down into something I had to do. Let's see. And I come to find out I had actually a lot of friends in Sith. I had no idea. Like, they all watch my videos. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And they're like, don't remove any of your videos from your channel, please. We actually use them a lot. And I'm like, oh, sweet. I'm like, definitely watch them. Helps my watch time. And if you guys could do me a huge favor, if you could like this stream and the more recent videos, zero members are coming onto my channel and just disliking everything. Brad says, long live the Terran Imperium, long live Jansen. I like being the Terrans. That was fun. I do have to admit, um, that was a lot of fun. Let's see. But other than that, did anyone have any questions with any content they want me to help them out with? Um, like I was starting off the stream with that. Um, I can definitely do it now, and I think I will definitely fall behind because, let's see, I am definitely not really going for dailies or factions or anything else. I'm just blowing up miners. Oh, that's all dumb. Horizon Blueprint. Let's see. Sean, what's the minor auto recall tip? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, no love messages for those DKs. Oh well, it was fun either way. So make sure you comment on the previous video that I posted for Star Trek Fleet Command if you do want to be entered into that drawing for $25 gift card for iTunes or Google Play. I am going to be running another one because it is still my goal to manage this channel, make it very effective. The content is definitely going to be varied. It is no longer just going to be Star Trek Fleet Command. It is definitely going to be a wide variety. I am definitely going to work on doing some Star Trek um, PC games because I think that will be a lot of fun. Um, a lot of old school stuff that I've played with that is still currently available on Amazon. Let's see here. if there's any mines here. No. And I am way stocked up on Alliance chips, which is awesome because I can keep buying those relocation tokens. Let's see. No, I'll move after the video just so Zero can't see where I'm going. Here we go. So Brad says, I want to help with the PC game stuff. We can talk on Discord about it. That'd be great. I do have to figure out how to stream my phone to my computer and then stream that content because Marvel Contest of Champions does not allow BlueStacks, which kind of sucks. Alright, Sean. So you're basically talking about this. Actually, why don't I get an actual miner? Swamp. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Man, there must not be much on these mines. I think probably 1,000. Yeah. Oh, you gotta love those level 1 systems. Trying to find one that's really low. Alright, looks like this one was 675. Might be the best. Oh, 333. $218 right up there. As you guys can tell, it's a very somber mood for me because I definitely didn't want to quit this game. I had a lot invested into it. I had my YouTube channel invested into it. I was a content creator. But it was one of those things, like what I noticed with people in my alliance, it was affecting them on a personal level. And I had a good friend that actually went to the hospital over it, and I was like, I think that was kind of like my wake-up call. And I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. It is definitely not worth that. So if you find yourself like playing this game and you're like really angry, dude, like seriously, pick up a new game. Like, just put it down. If you are getting angry, that is not what should be happening when you're playing a video game. Like, we do this to get away from the outside world. This should be nothing but pure entertainment for you. And that's ultimately the reason I left. Or am leaving. Alright, Sean, so I think this is what you want to see. So, I always zoom in really close, because that way I can usually target something. Come on. Something close. So, do that, click on the ship, locate, go back on the node, bing, bang, boom. But I think that's what you wanted to see. Let me know, Sean, if I missed something that you wanted to see. But I mean, the crazy thing is I'm not quitting this game over the cost. It's incredibly expensive, and my partner even said to me, he goes, "We have invested so much money into that damn game, and you're quitting it." I said, "Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. It's too much work, and it doesn't pay the bills. My YouTube channel doesn't even pay me anything. So if I'm not enjoying it, I gotta move on to something else." Oh, here we go. You're right, Jansen. All Sith better pull minors tonight. You're now all hunt to kill. So he did form his own little alliance so he could DK everybody. Basically, his story today, and this is what Vilson was alluding to, is that Zero was upset that I was DKing their miners and other people went to the nodes. Of course, it's a mining event. People are going to jump on every node possible. And then they were blaming that alliance for teaming up with me to clear the node for them. Oh, okay. So you want to see a second miner come in. Let's see. So I'm going to zoom up for that then. Just like that, right? Katie says Zero are nothing but crybabies anyways. It could be a clean hit and they're gonna cry anyways. It's very true. If they can spin it into where they're the victims, they're definitely gonna spin that. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be certain Zero members that will comment on this video and complain about something. Like, I'm not as Jansen isn't as nice as it used to be. Actually, I am to everyone else. um, but yeah, I have to figure out what I'm going to rename my channel to. Because Admiral Jansen works on Star Trek, but I need to find a gamer tag that kind of would apply to mini games. Because like Star Hunter 1980 is my gamer tag for Marvel Contest of Champions, but that's because he sounds like a hero. And Admiral Jansen is, applies to Star Trek Fleet Command. I need to come up with a really good gamer tag. Alright guys, let's see here. Let me try to switch. Let's see what else is Star Trek on here. Let's see. There's timelines and there's Trexels. Oh, Stellar Age is an MMO strategy. No, thank you. I will not be going back to MMOs anytime soon. I do have to say, Timelines is fun. Well, very repetitive, but it's entertaining to say the least. But yeah, other than that, that's it, guys. Definitely come back, check out the channel. Let me know how the channel is doing. It's going to be in a very weird stage, probably for the next month or so. You know, and comment on the videos that you see. Let me know if I'm way off base with something, if I'm doing videos that you like, because that's kind of how I gauge the videos that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to try to focus on the mobile platform as mainly, but I'm definitely going to be doing some streams for my Switch, and talking about some gamer news that's been happening. But yeah, unfortunately this might turn into more of a Marvel channel, because Marvel is doing so much content right now, and Star Trek content is old. However, let me pull up something. This is one game I want. Let's see, Star Trek. Dang it. Earth, the Federation 2. There we go. Star Trek Supremacy. Well, let's see if I can do. Alright, so this game right here, it's totally free to download. You can go to StarTrekSupremacy.com and download it. It is completely fan-made. It is made by the fans of Star Trek Birth of the Federation. That was a game made for Windows 95, and it was made by Microprose. And Microprose immediately filed bankruptcy after releasing the game, and so it didn't get a lot of patches. There was a lot of bugs in it, so the fans kind of went and kind of did this themselves. Let's see if I can play this. That's actually a really bad video. So you can choose your attack pattern, and you can go in and build these ships. You start with the NX-01 as a battleship, and then there's the Saladin in there, the Nova class in there. You're on a very large map, and you just go and explore space, develop new technologies. You get into the relational side of it, but you can definitely download it. I actually have to download it because it was on my old computer. Let me see if I can show you some screenshots here. Yeah, so it's gonna look a lot like this. Um, and as you can see, you start in the Sol system, and all blue is your space. And then the Akamarians, you can open up relations with them, or the Trill. If if they're uninhabited systems, you can go and colonize and terraform them. And you have your science menu for the research embassy, for your diplomacy systems, and there's lots of resources for you to manage. Highly recommend. All this great space is unexplored. You have ship lines. This is how far your ship can safely travel. You can go beyond it, but then your ship's going to get stuck. And this is what happened to me. My ship got stuck, so I had to send my Sally out to tow in my Nova class back within the shipyard range. I was like, oh, that's cool. I really like that touch. I thought it was, a lot of fun. My suggestion on the game, when you decide on the size of the galaxy, if you do play it, make sure it's small. Because I made the mistake of saying, I want a really large galaxy, and at 200 turns, I still hadn't met the Romulans or the Klingons or the Cardassians. And I believe there is a Dominion faction as well. They did have Terran in there, and I don't know if they're going to put that back, but when I was playing it about a month ago, it was removed. So, totally free, made by fans, for fans. I think it's such a really great project to support and get the word out on. Definitely recommend checking it out. Here's another screenshot so you can see the Saladin there. They got a cruiser, which is that NX-01. And telling you that Saladin is not going to cost you $500. And then you got the Akamarians, how much they like you, your treaties with them, and you want to build relations with them, so you just give them money, build relations with them, and then you can eventually bring them into the Federation as a member. So it is just like the birth of the Federation. It's definitely much more expanded. So these are all the things you research to become more efficient. And you can kind of see the races so far, the ships that they have. Lots of ship designs. They have a Daedalus class in there at the beginning. Constellation. I definitely recommend, if you're a big Star Trek geek and you want to try something new, definitely go to StarTrekSupremacy.com and let me know what you think. And you know what? I think I'm going to download it tonight and play it again. Sean says, "What about a mobile game review? Lots of fancy newer games." So I can definitely do a review of Star Trek Supremacy. Unfortunately, that's going to be PC based, but you don't need an internet connection. It's not connecting to the internet. You will need it to download the initial file, of course. But unlike Star Trek Online, it is definitely old school gaming. And SL says, "I heard about this great Walking Dead game made by this company, Scopely." Yeah, that's why I didn't download it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay tuned to any future videos that I do put out, and I will talk to you later. Take care, be kind to one another, and have an awesome night and weekend.